This video is in partnership with Klook and the Swiss Travel Pass. Today we're back in Switzerland to take one of the most scenic, luxurious and expensive train journeys in the world. The Glacier Express winds its way through some of the most breathtaking landscapes Europe has to offer, so come along with me and let's experience it all together. Today's trip starts in the Millionaire's Playground of St. Moritz, one of the most exclusive resorts in the country. The town is nestled on one edge of the Albula Alps range in southeastern Switzerland at an elevation of 1,800 metres above sea level, being overlooked by the majestic Pisnare mountain, which stands at over 3,000 metres. Let's head to the station to get this journey started. Bahnhof St. Moritz is located about a 1 kilometre walk from the centre of town and dates back to 1904. There is a small supermarket located in the main building. This is ideal for grabbing a reasonably priced breakfast, as the prices for food on board the train are quite steep. Then there are ticket machines here, but you're going to want to buy online in advance for today's trip, as I'll explain later on. The trains in this part of Switzerland are operated by the Rhaetian Railway. The RHB network is 385 kilometres in total length of a 1000mm narrow gauge track, as seen here on this map. Switzerland really is the best place in Europe for scenic train journeys, and this route is arguably the pinnacle of all those. Our train is already here, so let's head to the platform now. We will run with the Interregio 38 service as far as Chur, hence the platform display here. But our stunning Glacier Express coaches are a separate consist. Our first loco today will be this RHB GE 4-42 electric locomotive. These have a power output of 1,650 kilowatts and a top speed of 90 kilometers per hour. Before we depart, let's check out today's route. We wind our way north from St. Moritz before reversing at Chur and then heading west to the summit of the line before arriving at Brig. Boarding is not level, with 3 steps up from the platform, however ramps are available upon request. We'll be travelling in first class today, which is laid out in a 2+1 configuration. I'm sure you'll agree, it looks very stylish. We will check the seats and amenities out in more detail once we get going, however my first impressions are excellent. All your luggage can be stored on the large stacks which are at the end of every coach. There is even this wardrobe area to hang your coats. We depart on time at 7:02 AM. The full route of this service from St. Moritz to Brig covers 244 kilometres and takes 6 hours and 38 minutes. The train may be called the Glacier Express, but in reality it is far from fast. Other services extend further to Zermatt, but my top tip is that this service to Brig gives you 90% of the full experience, but is usually much quieter, proof of which we all see today. Prices are quite high, but I will show you some great tips on how to make your Switzerland trip much more affordable soon. The first class fare is 204 Swiss francs, or it's 119 francs for second class. Then there's the mandatory seat reservation fee of 54 francs for either. On some trains, there is even a super luxury option called Excellent Class, which I'll show you later on. But did you know Switzerland has some amazing travel pass options which can easily save you hundreds on the regular prices? The best, in my opinion, is the Swiss Travel Pass, which is available through today's video sponsor, Klook, and the benefits are huge. The base fare on both the Glacier and Bernina Expresses is included in the pass, along with all of Switzerland's other panoramic train routes. You just buy the seat reservation. And on top of this, you can take unlimited rides on nearly all regular intercity and local trains, trams, buses and ferries in the country. No pre-booking required, just turn up and ride by showing the pass on your phone. And if this still wasn't enough, it also includes free entry to more than 500 museums and exhibitions, and either free or discounted access to mountain railways and cable cars too. Klook have an amazing offer right now on first class Swiss travel passes, with 1 day free on 4-day passes and 2 days free on 8-day passes. Book before the 30th of November 2025 and travel until the 31st of March 2026. When you consider that a 3-hour first class intercity journey can cost 157 francs, you will easily save big using the Swiss Travel Pass. Klook are offering my viewers a special deal today. New users can get 10% off and existing users can get 3% off. Use code NONSTOP. Just click the link above now or in the description below. Okay, let's check out the seats here in first class. They are well padded and have soft headrests and adjustable armrests. Legroom is good, but this support bar is quite annoying. The fixed tables have a folding section and are very sturdy. These also include cup holders, a light and an integrated bin. Each seat has access to a single Swiss-Italian style power socket. Headphones are provided so you can plug into the audio system to listen to the onboard commentary in your preferred language. The seats also have a small recline which is activated by pulling this lever and sliding forward. Overall, it's a very comfortable and spacious seat with good amenities. An information booklet and comprehensive menu is also available in the seat area. I will put a link to this in the description below if you want to check it out in more detail. This is the famous spiral section where we loop around ourselves 4 times. Look down to the valley below to see the line we will shortly be travelling on. The Albula Railway includes 55 bridges, 39 tunnels and a change in altitude of 1,000 metres over a 61 kilometre distance. There are also many shelters to protect the track from heavy snowfall or avalanches. I just love watching the train snake off into the distance around all the tight curves. It's so amazing. Just look at these stunning train window views. We are now approaching the most iconic infrastructure on today's journey, the 125-year-old Landwasser viaduct, which we will cross as soon as we exit the next tunnel. This 6-arch, curved limestone structure is 136 metres long and stands at 65 metres over the valley below. I'll let you enjoy the crossing in full. I've now ridden along this line a total of 7 or 8 times, and it never gets any less spectacular. I mean, how could you ever get bored of these views? If you want ad-free early access to every video, great perks, and to help me do bigger and better reviews, then become a Patreon or channel member from just £1.99 per month. Just click the link above now, or the join button in every video. Thank you! Let's go and check out the rest of the train now. Toilets can be found at the ends of every coach. These were all fully functional, the water worked, and the soap and hand towels were stocked up. They were also exceptionally clean. In between first and second classes is a kitchen and shop area.
Hello.
There's no dining car, so your order is brought to your seat. Now, here's a look at second class, which is in a 2+2 configuration. The seats are similar to first class, but narrower and with less legroom. Otherwise, all amenities are the same. The train is still very empty now, but it does fill up quite a bit at Chur. I love how we can peek through the front window at our loco too. Here is my breakfast, which I bought at Severity station, but I did order a coffee which cost 5.5 Swiss francs. We will check out some more of the menu options later on in the trip. A couple of hours on and we are now on the approach to Chur. This railway is quite unique in Europe in that it runs some mixed freight services, with local trains also taking goods up to the mountain villages, such as these supermarket containers here. There is also a large RHB depot and sidings complex just before the station, along with the company's headquarters. There is also an interchange with mainline SBB Swiss Railways services onto the standard gauge long distance network. As mentioned before, we will detach from the Interregio service we were running with from Severity and also change direction and continue west with a new locomotive, as these guys are currently sorting out. It's the same model as the first one though. Onboard announcements can be heard in both German and English.
Grüezi und herzlich willkommen im Glacier Express. Wir begrüßen die neu zugestiegenen Gäste im langsamsten Schnellzug der Welt. Via Kopfhörer oder
On departure from Chur, we firstly run alongside the Rhine, Europe's second longest river, and then fork right to join one of its main tributaries, the Vorderrhein. Look at the beautiful, fresh and clear alpine water here. Free Wi-Fi is available to all passengers on board. When working, this was fast, however there were some black spots, which is to be expected on a mountain railway, I guess. We are now starting to climb again, with the section between Chur and Djsaccess including a 500 metre elevation gain. The impressive snow-covered peaks of the Swiss Lepontine Alps are just visible through the low-hanging cloud. At Djsaccess, we have to change locomotives for the final time on this trip, not because we're changing direction, but because we need a more powerful and cogwheel drive equipped one. I'll show you this in action shortly. This is also where RHB hands over operations to MGB, the Matterhorn Gotthard Bahn, who both jointly operate the Glacier Express services. If you want to see my video on Switzerland's other main tourist scenic railway, the Bernina Express, then click the link above now or in the description below. Let me know in the comments which is your favourite, Glacier or Bernina. I really can't decide. The majority of the line is single track, with passing places located at stations and other strategic positions. I don't remember us being held up anywhere for more than a minute. That is the efficiency of Swiss railways. We have now entered the cog or rack and pinion section of the route, which runs for 24 kilometres to its highest point and down the other side, as the adhesion of the train wheels alone is not sufficient to deal with the gradients involved here, which can be as steep as 12.5% or 1 in 8. The speed on the cog section is limited to a maximum of 40 km per hour. Now, we have reached the summit of the line at the Oberalp Pass, which is 2,033 metres above sea level. But my oh my, gazing out at the snowy vistas from the warmth inside this panoramic carriage, with white as far as the eye can see, it's magical. It might have been 20 degrees when we left Chur 2 hours ago, but now it's down to just 3 degrees at this altitude. We even get a chance to stretch our legs and take some photos, with a 5-minute stop before we start our descent down and enter the final stretch of the journey. These views really are picture postcard Switzerland. Okay, as promised, let's have a look at the highest class of service on the Glacier Express. Excellence class is available on just one train per day in each direction, numbers 902 and 903, running the full route between St. Moritz and Zermatt. This is in a 1+1 configuration and includes champagne and a 5-course gourmet meal. The views out the window are the same, but the price very much isn't. You can use the Swiss travel pass to cover the required first class fare again, but the seat reservation fee is a whopping 540 Swiss francs. The food better be amazing for that price, that's all I'm saying. Anyway, let's now order some of the regular food and check that out, shall we? I wasn't massively hungry, so I just got a pot of the artisan vanilla ice cream, which came with a biscuit, and a Zermatt Matterhorn beer. The things I do for YouTube, eh? They were both absolutely delicious, and they certainly should have been for 14.5 Swiss francs. Okay, the final noteworthy piece of infrastructure on this line is the Furka base tunnel. This dates back to 1982 and runs for 15.4 kilometers under the Rhaetian Alps, and is a very important link in the region, especially during the winter months when the much higher altitude road connection on the mountain pass is frequently closed due to excessive snowfall. All types of vehicles are transported through the tunnel on specially adapted roll-on roll-off wagons. In the background here is the 280 metre long Gom suspension bridge, which crosses the valley above the River Rhone from the railway station to the village on the far side, a vital link to the local community. Next we see the impressive Mount Breithorn, the tallest peak in the Breithorn Massif. It's a very popular mountain to climb or ski down, as a cable car is available nearly all the way to the top. We are now fast approaching the end of today's epic journey, so let me take a moment to summarise this trip from St Moritz to Brig on board the famous Glacier Express in first class. What an absolutely fantastic trip. It's certainly up there in the top 5 of the most scenic train rides I've ever taken. Yes, it is quite expensive, but I believe it's absolutely worth it. A once in a lifetime travel experience that I would highly recommend, even if you're not that much into trains. Remember to check out Klook and use code NONSTOP, and you can save up to 10% on the Swiss Travel Pass and get the base fare for this journey included. The train is immaculately clean and very comfortable. The staff were super helpful and friendly, with the whole 6.5 hour trip flying by in no time at all. The Glacier Express trains stop outside the main SBB building at a station designated as Brig Bahnhofplatz. Unsurprisingly, we arrive in Brig exactly on time to the minute at 1:40 PM. Have you been on any scenic trains in Switzerland before? If so, which ones and on which routes? How did you find them? Let me know in the comments below. I'm always open to new video ideas, so if you have something you'd like to see on the channel, then drop me a DM on Instagram, Blue Sky or Twitter. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching to the end, and I'll see you in the next video.